Art students, Brian Proctor, the art teacher, back again. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at the Stickman. The Stickman. Yeah, don't laugh, because if some of you guys out there are still struggling trying to do that Stickman figure and get it right, well, I have developed a Stickman for the 21st century. So if you follow these steps, you'll be halfway done doing the figure. It's simple, it's easy, and it knocks out a lot of the problems that you guys are having. So let's get on to class, and then I'll show you guys how to become a better artist overnight. All right, let's go. All right, art students, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to do something a little different. A while back, what is it with this camera? Was you okay? A while back, one of your fellow students asked me about doing stick figures, how to do, stick figures. So I have developed a stick figure for the 21st century that is foolproof, that will work every time you get it right. So back in the day, let's go back a little bit into history. And back in the day, we used to do stick figures like this. That was the stick figure. And this was the thing that I had seen when this fellow art student showed me the work that they were doing stick figures. So I said, okay, try your stick figure like this. If you were drawing stick figures like this, try your stick figure like this. Drawing a T, turning that T into an I. This one's gonna be longer. Then you want to put your arms here, your legs there, and bring that up, and then your head, okay? That was the thing I showed him. Now, you want to put your knee in there somewhere, put your knee in there, put your elbow in there somewhere, and the rest of the arm. But this was the basic shape that I showed him. And then I told him from that, you can do this. You can just go down here, put like a little V down here, connect this to this, take that, come down all the way, like that. This is a little wonky, so just bear with it. And then go from here to here. Now you've just taken that stick figure and you've given him some body. Now, if you are still working on stick figures, you haven't really gotten to the meaty, fleshy part of drawing, superheroes. You're still doing stick figures. This is a big jump from this. So from here, I told him to put a small triangle there. Take a V right here. And then a line goes up to connect that head, and there's a neck, and then there's your hand, and then there's your feet, okay? So these were the two stick figures back in the day. This was back in the day. This is, I could say, today. But now we're going to do, not even today, this was yesterday. This was day before yesterday. This is yesterday, and I want to do one for today. Now, you follow these steps, and I'm going to do this really slow, and you'll get it every time. So I'm gonna go back on this one again, just to show you guys. If you guys are doing this and you do this one, or you want to try doing this one before you do the 21st century Stickman, remember, you're gonna do your center line, make that into a T, turn that T into an I, longer, shorter. You actually want to go straight down. If you want to go straight down, you can go straight down. You want to take this and this, you want to do that upside down house, connect these two, connect. Well, your line would have went there and there. So you want to bring that down, that one. Your line would have went from here to here also. But once you made this V shape, this house shape, you would have this and this. Connect that, another triangle from that center line, a V right there in the center, up, and your head, and then you can put a hand, and a foot. Okay? So if you're drawing somebody straight on, then you can do that. And if you want to just add muscles, you just kind of shape the arm up to add the muscles. That's all it is. And then you do your chest, your abs. And this is for you guys that are just coming off the Stickman train. And then you have your leg, your knee, your other part of your leg, and then you have more of a muscular person. But we're going to get off this train and we're going to get on the subway. Okay, so now this is going to be the new 21st century Stickman. All right, so I was editing, and when I saw this, I should have inserted the new one next to the two that you just saw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly insert the third installment of the Stickman and slow down and show you. So you've already seen the first generation. Second generation that I kind of came up with. It might have been out there, but I figured out this is how, this is a better way to do stick figures if you were doing this. So I'm going to do the third just here because, as I said, the torso is the most important part. So again, oval, and I'll explain, it's explained more in the video. Center line, oval. Okay, so that oval is going to be more of a cylinder versus oval because this is straight on, so it's going to be like this and this. So you're going to have this triangle. Thank you, Brian, for getting it right. Above the triangle. No, then you're going to have your two lines. Wherever these lines connect, especially if they're in the center, going to be up like this. Then up just above that, you're going to have that line here, which is the chest, and it curves in here. You're going to have your collarbone, which is that T, just kind of like the same way we did this and this. Then you're going to have the delt. So basically, we are focusing on this torso. Once you get that torso done, then most of your work is done. And then you have your stick figure arm. Circle, hand. Now, this is a little crooked, but that's okay. We're going to bring it down here and here. As I said, that's a little crooked. So you just want to be aware of how far you take this off of this and how far you take that out of that, because you're taking it further. You're going to turn it into the female, which I show you later on in the video. So on the ends here, we're going to have the other part of the leg. The other part of the leg, we're going to have a part of the leg. Here's your knee. Here's your other leg again on the end. Here's your top part of your leg, bottom part of your leg, and I'm not putting the foot in there yet, and I explain that why in the video. So here we have a V at this point. Same way we have this triangle, we're going to do this V here like that. Why did this come all the way down? I don't know why it came all the way down. So we have this top part left. So we're going to do another V and then go up, and the head is going to touch right here. Touch the top of that. So there you have that next generation. And as you see, majority of it is done because your arms and your legs are just cylinders. So yeah, we're going on with the video now. The rest of the video. All right, we are going to use this red. Let me turn this over now and let me pull back some so you can see this whole picture. All right, so here we go. Now, most times when people draw a stick figure person, they're looking at a picture and then they're trying to draw that picture using the stick figure. And so I'm not going to use a picture right now. I'm just going to show you the basics of drawing the 21st century stick figure. And it's always, you always start out with the torso. You know, a lot of people do this, they'll do this, and they'll do this, and then they'll stick the feet there, and they'll stick the arms there, and then they'll put this, and this, and this, and this. Now we're going to continue to do that, but in a different way. We're going to advance that one. So again, the torso is the most important part of the body, okay? So we have that. You don't want to do a circle, you want to do kind of an ovalish. And then you're going to have your center line. Let's just say your center line. And I'm going to put this over to the edge because it's important that I put it to the edge. I'm going to put a little twist to it. Put a little bit of a twist to it. So, okay, just to put a curve. Let's put a curve here. And then you're going to do this right here, which is the same thing as you're doing. So this is, you want to, this one's going to go up. This one's going to go across. Now, the difference with this one is because it's turning to the side, you want to turn that more into this type of shape, this kind of a cylinder type of shape. So for this, because this is the most important part, you want to do a diamond or a triangle right there in that center. That center line should hit that. Now, because this center line is over to the side. You're going to see some side. So what you're going to do is you're going to, from this point up to your curve, you're going to do that. Then from there, you're going to do your collarbone. Now this is something I created. This is for me, you know, that learning how to draw the body. I created this little puzzle shape right here, and it works every time. So you don't have to worry about that not working. So from there, you're going to put the circles here, circle there. That's going to be behind that, and you're going to put your arm somewhere here. Now we're going back to the stick figure arm. But when you look at this, I want you to think about this, a ball, and that ball has like a line through it. And inside that line, you have a little ball here, and you have this bar. And this bar travels up and down this line. That's going to be your delt right here. That's going to be the delt, because in the beginning, a lot of people, they'll draw the body like this, and then they'll just have the arms coming up like that without any delts, because we draw from toys. One of the things we learn to draw is we draw from toys. And a lot of toys, I don't think any toy has really a delt on it. Nowadays, some of the figures have a makeshift, but it doesn't work like the human body. So you're going to have this. So this is just going to be hanging like scales off of this line, which is the collarbone. So this thing turns and rotate. It turns forwards, as in this will rotate to the front. It'll rotate to the back. Okay, so this bar right here is going to be hanging out of that. And however it rotates, let me see if I have a ball close by. I'll just use this one because my soccer ball, my tennis ball fell on the floor. So let's just say if there was a line going through there and this was stuck on here, this is going to rotate my arm or that bar every way, and then it's going to go up and down. So this bar here is going to go up and down in that. So if you get a picture of that, it makes it a little easier to draw. So I'm going to do that. Put your elbow right here, and you want to kind of make this circle big, and I'll show you why in a second. And then this is going to be the same thing. This bar here, or this ball here, is going to have that little line in between, and then you're going to have that other bar here, and then you're going to have your hand as an oval. Okay, so I should have pushed that back a little bit more. Anyway, we'll go with this. I'm going to bring this, curve this down, and put that in the center. You have to be mindful of that. A little eraser. What was I erasing? I was erasing this. All right, same thing with this. I'm going to put this here. And let's just say I'm going to put it here. So this bar is right here coming from that line. And then you're going to have just this oval for your hand. Now, the thing about this is you're going to put the leg coming from this side right here. Here's this, and then here is that. You put a foot here somewhere. And the same thing on this side here. This, and then this, and put a foot here. Now, I would say the only hard part is going to be, this is going to be the outside of your leg right here. And I'll show you that in a minute. So you see we have this left over, this comes here. So you want to continue that up, and then you're going to put your head right here. Most times I'll have my chin touching this top of that circle. It's up a little high, but that's okay. So from here, you want to do a V right there from the top of that, and then that. If you follow these steps, you will never mess up. All right, so we have that, and just above this V here, or this triangle, I mean my shapes, I'm going back to kindergarten, and put a line here, and at this line it turns and goes up into that delt right there. So you have the hard part done. You have this torso done already. So with this right here, from one end to the other end, I'm going to do a V right here. I'm going to curve it. I'm going to curve that V because this is a cylinder. So I'm going to curve that V just like that. So from here, from this, I'm going to bring my leg out to this ball. And this is the only thing that's the hard part, and it's not that hard. You're just going to bring that over more, and then you're going to do this from here. It's not going to be in the center like this. It's going to be the outer part of the leg. So we already have this V here. So the bottom is going to be like this, going into that. You can make that a little bigger. And then we're going to bring this out here to fit that foot. Now with this and this, all I'm doing is I'm bringing it down to fit in there. And you see, you got your man halfway done. So I'm going to bring that leg out a little bit more. And that's the only part about when you bring the leg from the side, this will kind of go right down the center of the side of your leg instead of being the center of your leg. The arms are going to actually be the center. So this is why I say make this a little bigger. So from one point to the next point, you're going to have that. Okay, that's going to be the same thing here. So I'm going to, this hand is up. I'm going to do that cylinder. Usually when I say do the arms and the legs, you do a cone and chop it off. But at this point, I'm going to just round it off, period. Same thing for here. 2 lines to connect to that ball, and then 2 more lines that connect to that wrist right there. And then you have a perfect every time stick figure, 21st century. So from here, you can even bring this down and go, this could be your abs right here. You can round this off. But if you're doing stick figures, I'm not going to get into muscles too much. I'm going to give you the basics so you can continue to practice this, and then you'll get it right. So let me do one more in a position. All right, so I'm going to see if I can do this. I'm going to twist this. I'm going to do this oval, and I'll show you a quick woman. I almost forgot if you want to do a woman. And so I'm going to come around like this and probably like this. So again, I'm going to do this. And so since this is turned, I'm going to do my V. Forgive me for these shapes. I'm going to do my triangle. And again, come up like that. If somebody's drawing, I'm going to let you catch up with me. So we have that. We have this S shape. We have this. Then I'm going to do this from this point where this touches that line. I'm going to bring it across there. So I'm going to do my circle here and my circle here. All right. So since this is going to be back, this part is going to be open. I'm going to do this. And you want to be mindful how far you put this away from that. That might be a little long, but I'm going to go with it. That's why I say you need to practice this. All right, from here, I'm going to slightly take this up because I'm going to put his head, chin right there, and I'm going to make him look this way. So he's going to look that way. He's going to look that way in a really crooked way. So again, here's my neck from this point, center point, up to here, and my neck, it always fits. It will always fit that head. If you don't have that head too far, if you don't have that chin too far above that circle. So from here, I'm just going to connect these two, okay? I'm just going to connect these two just like that. Now this one, my leg is going to be here. Let's just say I'm going to put the leg here. Here's my knee. I can make that a little longer. Here's my knee. And then I'm going to go back like that. And there's my foot. So this other one, I'm going to bring down. Let's just put it down. Here's my knee. And then something like that. Okay, we'll see what happens in the end. And then I want to put this arm back. And then maybe up. Now go find a position. Go look at like a book or something and do your favorite good position and then try this. As long as you have this, the rest should fit. And then I want to put, let's just say, just this one back and then up. Doing that oval like that. All right. So again, where is that at? This is going to be, since this is just twisted this way, I'm going to do this and that. There's my V right here. So I'm going to bring this leg Remember that I said this leg is pretty much going to be the center of the side, or this line is going to represent the center of your side of your leg. It's going to be here and here, like that. And then we have this right there. I should have moved that other leg around, because you're going to have this, and your other leg is going to come down here. And then let's do this. Let's try this. So this is going to be your back leg. It's going to come down here and through. Here's your point right there. And it's going to come down here to here. That is so wonky. I know, it's just, I should have opened the leg, but when I erase it, you'll see what I'm saying. So I've got that blue leg, so let's just erase it so that you can see through this. You won't be able to see through it. And this. Blue, red. All right, so again, top of the circle, into it, and then this again, there, that. Okay, so I'll put my foot here, big foot. And then the other foot, let's just bring that foot back a little bit, like that. And then you have your picture. Let me ink this just because. And as I said, well, shoulders make that triangle, like that. And of course, you put your chest just above this point right here, and you turn it here to go up into your delt. And then from here, you can have your abs. And your abs are going to follow this line. So if you bring it, you're going to do like that. And this is going to be your love handle and your hips. Your hips are really small, but that's okay. Once you start putting clothes or adding features, then it will go up to where it needs to go. So if I ink this, not adding a lot of muscle, because as I say, if you're still on the stick figure phase, then you won't be up to doing muscles. So let's just say this. Here is my face. Here's my neck that comes down here into that V. Here's my shoulder. And I'm not changing much from this. Okay, here's my delt right here. Here's my arm. And I'm just adding roundness to it. Here's my forearm. And here's my hand. However, I decided to draw the fist. If it's a fist, here's my chest, coming here, center line, coming there. Here's my collarbone right here. Here's my lats right here. Here's the rest of that rib cage right here, and I can round that off at that point, and then I can bring it down and twist it. Bring that down and twist it. Here's this. Here's this going into the crotch. Here's the leg. Here's the buttocks and the leg coming around. And your legs are actually shaped like this. I'm going to throw that leg up. It's like shaped like this. That connection is shaped like that. Here's this. This is my foot. The other part of the leg that comes down here, and then there. The other part of the delt, which is round, and of course this is going to come up into that. So here's my arm, the other part of my arm, and my fist again. So just by doing those shapes, it's easy, and you have your guy, your character basically already done without having to add too much, because the basic lines show you how to. The basic lines will already put your muscles there. I'm going to get one 21 minutes. I'm going to get one, and it's the same thing for a female. So if I do a female, I'm just going to do whatever. I don't know. You're not going to make the oval as open. You're going to make it a little more narrower. And I'm just gonna do this one straight. Just do this one straight on. So here is there's the hips. So what you wanna do is you wanna take this out a little further. Before I had it like about the same length as that, but I wanna take it out a little further. So if it's straight on, you're going to have to cut it just like that. It's going to be more of a rectangle. Pull your paper down, Brian. Turn some light on so I can see. And then, of course, your leg's going to be here. And let's just say here. I'm trying to make it bend a little bit. Here and say here. So it's going to be your knee. And I don't do so if I get to do something like this because it's been millenniums since I've done actual stick figure. So of course it's going to be the same thing here. Let's just twist this up a little bit. It's going to be here and here. Once again, this, that. So this is going to go down and out, this and out like that. So you have that hips, and that's the only difference is instead of making it straight down, make this a little longer and put that out. So here again is my V from here to the corner right there. And then it's going to be the inside of my leg right here. So I'll bring this down. And that's the only part you're going to have to change is this, instead of being the center, it's now the side of your leg. So put here, and then that's going to come back. That's going to go back to here. So at the end of this line is where your leg is going to be. So you just leave a little bit of the room for the junk here. And then again, there's my circle, which I redraw. And then here. So we have this. I'm going to put that V there again. Bring that line up. So wherever you want to put that head. Being a female, you want to make that head a little bigger because she has smaller shoulders. And then that neck should not be along the side of the face like that. You have this shoulder, that shoulder, and again you have that arm. However, I'm just doing right here. Try to make that big so that can connect. I would say maybe the same size as this, maybe, and then your hand wherever. So this, I'm just drawing. I'm not even trying to do a position. This and then just that there, and then you connect the two lines here. I'll just chop it off instead of doing the triangle or the cone. So there and there and there and there, and that arm, as I said, that's going to serve as the center of your arm, and then you put your foot on, which is just a triangle. For you guys that are beginners. Like I said, if you're still drawing the stick figure, then it's going to be different for you. So I have this and this. Now the chest, right up under that chin, just the same way you did the other one, go this, triangle, like that, and then do your upside down heart, okay? And then, because that is going to come up and go right into the delt. So you still have that to just curve up. Don't try to make it, actually make it round, just like a heart, like this. Don't do it like this and a heart. Bring it around. Bring that outside of that triangle, and it's going to go up again into that delt. So if I ink this and give it more of a female shape, do this. This. There's my collarbone right here. My arm, my hand, however I do the hand, I'll do the hand later. That, so this is going to come up into this. That's going to come up into that. The shoulder. My pen is like really running out of ink on certain areas. So I'm going to have this, and I'm going to bring this behind where the breast is, like that, to give her a smaller waist. Come out and around. We have the crotch area here. This leg is going to be a little bit in front of that leg. So my knee is going to be here. This is going to come up. This is going to go behind it, like that. This one is going to, you have that bone right here. It's going to dip in and then come back out. I just mentioned that bone. We're not talking about bones because this is a stick figure. Like that. that, and then you have your foot. Now, with something like this, if I see this, if I go back and look at it, I could actually bring it in a little bit more to give it a better shape to it. But if you follow those steps to do that particular type of stick figure, you'll have it. So one last time, this is the most important part. I don't know why I'm used to switch to blue, I just grabbed it. Switch back to red. Oval, guideline, wherever the guideline is going to be. Let's try this. Let's just say this. Guideline is going to be this way, and because it's turned this way, you're going to see some of this. You do the V, stop it, triangle. This curve, and this curve from here to here has to be the same amount of curve right there. All right, so then you have from this point to this point where this touches, you're going to do that line. You're going to do your oval again. Turn that oval into more of a cylinder shape here. Take your delt here, your other delt there. So you want to do your V again and bring this down. Since this is curved, bring that down. And what I want to do here is this on the side, right there in the center of that, my point, and then that. So this one, I'm going to, where's my right there. So I'm going to do this knee, and then this. Well, let's bring this up. Give them more of a dynamic, easy pose. So this one is going to go this way. And this, and I'm running out of paper, so that might be a little short. And let's just say I'll put this other one back here. So that's the hand. So this is my position, so I'm going to bring this up. This arm is going to cover that, and then it's going to be my head right there. So, of course, this, and then you have your V. Following this, this is a curve. So remember, you want to curve this around. So I'm going to do this, give that outside. This is going to be the side of your leg right there. And then this there. This, wherever that V is. And then you're going to have that back here. So I really won't put my feet there till the very last thing. And then I'll have my arm here. And then the one part that goes back here. You know what? That's kind of goofy, so I'm going to put it right here. It's going to go back and forward, so I'm just going to have it right there. And then my neck. So if I ink this, I'm going to have this, and I now ink it the way I drew it this time. We have this, 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 and this. So that's going to connect here and here, here and here, and this is going to be my hand, however I'm going to have my hand. So we have this coming down this way. We have my V right here, touching, come around that. This is just this little piece that's just sticking out. We have my cylinder here. The line which is going to be right there to this point, to that. So then I had the V coming around and that coming around. Put my waist right here, and I can bring my abs on down. Connect this to this, which is the side of your leg. It's just like if you were wearing pants and this is the seam, here to here, and then that foot. So I'm doing this again, from the top of this to wherever this V is, right here. This is where the other part of the leg comes. Top of this, top of your cylinder, to wherever that V is. And then you had this. Then you're going back. And then put that foot on. However, this goes up into the head. Say you're not going to see the shoulder because I blocked it off, which was a bad example. So I'll just do the head here. And then the neck right there. Of course, you have your chest again. I curve it, and it curves right up here at that line, right up into the arm. And that, just by using that, is going to be your 20 21st Century Stickman. Easy, easy. You'll never get it wrong. So if you find a position, any position, using this wonderful book right here, just find a position and you start to use that Stickman in any position you choose. Let me go back a little bit, find some more position. Any position you use, you'll have that, because the torso is the most important part. And you know, the hips are just there. They just kind of twist and tilt a little bit, but the torso has all that action with the chest and the abs in there. So that's the most important part of that torso. And then your arms are just basically cylinders. Your legs are just basically cylinders. So once you get that torso right, then you will be able to convey action and power and strength in your figure. So that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you'll find that helpful, because somebody did ask, I don't know if I said that, somebody did ask, could I show stick figures? And I looked at that person's page and he was struggling with the stick figures. So stick figure for the 21st century. All right, that's going to be it. No rambling. I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep drawing. Come back again and see what else I have for you guys. All right, I'm out.